Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. We're getting pretty close to the end of our quest here, but we did take some pretty significant damage fighting that last book army. Yeah, King Lamazosh got pretty messed up, whereas Settra's army is actually in, like, rough shape. And I'm loath to lose any of these units, right? Like, it would be a real bummer if we got into battle and one of these units got wiped out, what with them almost being gold ranks and everything. We're not going to be able to replace them with well-leveled replacements before the end of the game here, so I'm thinking that maybe we have Settra sit out his next book battle. The other three armies that are here can handle it, probably. Like, King Thutmokris should be able to do it, right? He has a similar army composition. He doesn't have as many cool monsters. Or maybe Wakaf should lead so that the Casket of Souls is on the table the whole time. That makes sense. Yeah, I might have Settra fall back and prepare for the final battle. But in any case, we're done with this turn. Oh no, we're not. We have to watch Hekanuris walk over to the pyramid. This is definitely worth spending our time on. Well, if it should be the case that finishing the book part of the game immediately causes enemies to spawn around the Black Pyramid, which, you know, isn't impossible, given the Black Pyramid is sort of the focal point of the whole thing, we're prepared now. I should probably remember to take him out of march stance, though, because I believe even if you don't move, like, if you're just sitting there in march stance, I'm pretty sure it keeps your guys tired. So they're already at war with Karak Zorn and the Last Defenders. They're not going to draw us into anything because a new war will not get declared on them. They're actually big friends with Clan Moors, which is weird. I mean, no, there's no reason for us to do this. Nope, I will not, in fact, marvel at your pyramid. It's not even a good pyramid. Look at how good mine are. You should be marveling. Tell me to marvel. Who does this guy think he is? Okay, mission issued. Defeat those guys. Get 20 jars. Alright. Yeah, man, I'm just really messed up. Hold on. We know this is happening. Let's just do this. Okay, I don't know if my headphones are turned up or what, but it seems much louder today than it usually is. Yeah, like if I were to switch into replenishment stance... Oh yeah, it's going to take forever. Yeah, alright. I think Settra's going to turn around and head back home. He's got to meet up with this army and take on a bunch of other cool stuff. We need, like, home. Man, it's going to be a million turns, even in March mode. Alright, well. Get running.
Priest king of greatest dynasty.
So we can start in on these guys. I'm pretty sure they moved north, though. They were further down. So I think probably what we'll do is we'll just wait here for them. Get a little bit of replenishment, and we can pull in... How many turns do I think I have? I bet I only really have one turn before we gotta be fighting again. Let's just grab some normal garbage skeletons. Probably spears, though, right? Because his army has, like, dinosaurs and stuff in it. Anti-large will be useful here. 2 tree men. This revivification crystal thing is not... This is not something I'm familiar with. Healing wounds and bringing supplicants back from the point of death. Alright. I think we'll be alright. I think we got this. Alright, so my goal here is just to meet up with Settra, trade off a couple of the big units. Probably just the Hierotitan and the Necrosphinx, honestly. And then when he gets back to home territory, he's probably going to pick up that that Regiment of Renown Great Shabti that we unlocked. If I can't handle this half-damaged army with 3 of my own armies, I don't deserve to win. It's possible I don't deserve to win. Let's not assume that I'm on my way here. So Clan Moors hates us, by the way, because we've been trespassing in their territory this whole time. I don't know exactly how much, but I bet it's a lot. Oh. Well, Lothern's at war with us now. Because we kind of forgot to close out that thing with Safari. Although I don't know that they would have taken a peace offer anyway. I guess let's see. Yeah, these guys are on the going north part of their route. No, they're... Can you get through here? This doesn't look like a pass. Oh, no, it is. Oh, what's up? Oh, slaves. Sure. We actually don't need growth right now. We have no need for mortals who require care and sustenance beyond the binding spell. -8 public order is not really relevant because our public order should... I guess I should maybe check this. But yeah, our public order should have been capped everywhere because we've been positive for a very long time. Okay. Necrosphinx buffs. Oh yeah, so -8 for some period of time should not be an issue. I guess... Pyrotitan buffs? Is any of this stuff useful at all? Does any of this stuff actually affect our units? No. Okay. Well...
I command, drag their souls to Syria.
Yeah, it's not actually a pass. It's like a little cul-de-sac. They gotta come out of there. So we're not going after them. We're just gonna chill and replenish, because we still do need some... Still do need some repairs. Yeah, we're coming along. Okay. So we actually can reach him this turn. Let's start reconfiguring his army a little bit here. So we want to make 3 spaces, right? I want to put in both of these big monsters, and I want another great bow. Us getting another great bow probably means we could cut an archer, maybe. See, right now we're running 7 units of normal infantry. We probably don't need that many. Honestly, we probably don't need the Flock of Jaff. I'm not making use of them, really. We have fast strike cavalry, and I think I like I think I like both of these units better. So why don't we trade this to you? I want this guy. Let's lose a normal Tomb Guard, because we have 2 copies of this thing in addition to 2 normal Tomb Guard, and we definitely don't want to lose the halberds. That'll be the plan for right now. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing to make room for the other great bow, but I do want it. Okay, we are going to get to see these units, even if only once. And then I think we're probably good. Like, I guess let's... What could we possibly start building that would even make a difference at this point? We're nowhere near gaining level 5 population anywhere. No, I think we're pretty much done developing. We have left that phase of the game. Oh, I forgot to try to negotiate with the elves. Oh well. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to turn off fast forward here when we get toward the book army, because I don't want to... Well, I guess the camera's focused on him. We'll see him move. I assume they're just going to turn around and walk north, right? Man, eventually. What is the value of walking all the way up to the mountain here and then just turning around?
My fathers, they will fear us. Curse the scavenger god.
Aw. Well, you know, good try. Not going to judge him too harshly. Now, he's only going to be involved in one more battle. Right? Probably the final battle. So it would seem like there's not a lot of reason to take immortality here, because he can't actually lose. We could give him missile resistance. We could make him a skeleton, a mounted lord. I like him as a foot lord, though. He's doing really solid damage. I'm gonna... I don't know, maybe we should put him on the horse. They gain charge bonus, obviously gains tremendous speed. They have different attack animations when they're mounted. When they're on foot, they're much better at, like, mulching dudes in an area. None of this stuff seems to matter very much, though. You pick up 3 points of armor. He probably will not level up again. Yeah, alright. I guess missile resistance... I don't know that any of this stuff matters. 15% missile resistance is probably better than most of our other options.
Obey me.
I guess there's no reason, really, that this guy can't just run south. It's the crossings over here somewhere. I want to not end too close to the river, because apparently that causes attrition. Okay, let's just see if we can talk the elves out of messing with us.
Parley with the undead.
Nope. And...
Let's hear it. The undead of the desert are no friends.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. I suspect they won't be a problem for us. They'll be a problem for post-plot Tomb Kings.
On your knees.
Alright.
Settra rises from the sands.
They're being super weird. I think it's time to advance on them.
Dynasty. Make way. Thy will be done.
So we probably want Wakaf to be the one who leads the charge. Take most optimal advantage of our Casket of Souls, which seems to be quite a good unit. Just having it on the table, bombarding the enemies. And another thing about it that's really great is that I don't have to pay attention to it or micro it at all. It just sort of does its thing without demanding my very limited attention. Okay. Looks like this is the turn. We've got a Cultist of Osirian. Neat.
The land of the dead. Drag their souls to Hysteria.
That's a shame.
Certainly not.
These guys are pretty soft. I am worried, though. I found Temple Guards and Sauruses to generally be very difficult to deal with when we were playing Skrulk.
Onward, soldiers.
Now, granted, skeletons are not great fighters, but I think the units we have here are mostly a lot better than the units we had when we were fighting Lizardmen and Skrulk. Yeah, being near the river is terrible for us. I don't know what's going on there. Do skeletons hate water? Is that a thing?
To move.
Get out of the water. Okay. We can't really chase them this turn, but they can no longer get out of the mountain pass they've put themselves in due to our area of influence, so I guess we'll just chill and wait on that. Okay. Friendly territory once more. I still kind of want to swap him into his chariot just to see. It can't be as good as a Necrosphinx, right? Or a War Sphinx. But if it wasn't, why would they put a War Sphinx in his mount load? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. Also, we have a lot of jars now, so we could potentially craft something, or we could get another one of those special followers too. What are we missing? Alright, everybody has a weapon. What's your weapon? 8 attack, 6% weapon strength. That's not horrible. What's the things that we can craft here? Converts a significant amount of your damage into armor-piercing damage. Gives you bonus versus large. Okay, Heroic Killing Blow is definitely strong. 6 melee attack, 12%. I mean, this is just a straight upgrade from what he has now. But the question is, do we want to specifically make him better at fighting large enemies? Or actually, we get more benefit out of building something pretty good for a slot that's not filled yet. Like, he's not wearing armor. 15 armor, 10% ward save, 10% physical resist. Seems great. 10% ward save, 10 armor, and regeneration. Gives him a weakness to fire damage, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one of these is better. Oh, okay, and everything that isn't purple can actually be built multiple times. Yeah, I don't know whether it's better to go for regeneration and a bit of fire weakness. Yeah, I think regeneration's very powerful. We'll just steer him away from things that shoot fire.
He does not impress me.
I do really like the crafting. Oh hey, we're at this rate, we're not that far from Settra getting a hold of his more of his titles. The elves are going to war with everybody. I don't know what is happening up in Elfland. I feel like maybe they don't have enough stuff to deal with. They are able to pay too much attention to the outside world. Okay, feeling trapped, they're just gonna stay put.
Prince of the Hekara, they will fear us. The land of the dead.
Honestly, this guy's been very useful. He's done a lot of good work here. You get a horse. That's your reward. Can you get anywhere near? No.
Undead king.
Okay. Oh, we can make it, we can make it back into friendly territory without being in march stance. I think you replenish more when you're not in march. I don't know. It probably doesn't even matter. Okay, here we go. Here's that good replenishment. We'll be back. We'll be back in fighting strength any minute now.
Attend your king. Fool.
Okay, so everybody moves in.
Greatest dynasty.
They have literally nowhere to go. I should hope that they will not be allowed to run. Uh-oh.
Day to move.
Due to the closeness of the mountain pass, we're not able to get all of our armies into reinforcement position, it looks like. Alright, well, I'd rather have these guys as active reinforcements than... Right, it's way more Ushabti and Scorpions and stuff. No, it looks like... Yeah, they won't quite stand together. Alright, well. 2 armies is gonna have to do it. We do have another army coming up as reinforcements. If we fail this battle, we can do this again with 2 armies. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. These guys are very torn up, but they have a lot of scary dinosaur units. And tree men are even worse than scary dinosaurs. My experience with the tree men during our time playing Wood Elves was that they are unstoppable monsters. One of them is max rank even. I believe that as forest spirits, they get extra combat stats if you're on a map that is forest typed, or maybe it's that they have to be in trees or something. I'm not sure. This jungle might be good for them, is basically where I'm going with that. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out, because we have to. Our stalkers, they appear to be wielding halberd-type weapons. Are these guys actually anti-large? It would be nice if they were anti-large. These will be tough to deal with. The sources will be tough to deal with. The Wild Riders are pretty good shock cavalry, but they are shock cavalry, which is to say that if we can pin them down and make them actually fight us, we should be able to deal with them. Chameleon skinks are sneaky, but that's really all they have going for them. I'm not too worried about that. I don't remember which archer unit this is. The elves have a lot of archer units, as you might expect. Sure, we'll gamble. I don't know why I did that. It's not really... The potential upside of that was pretty small. That was a bad gamble. So let's have a quick look at enemy stats here. The archers are on this side. Okay, where are those archers? Oh, are they sneaky? They're sneaky archers. Okay, they're not visible from the outside. So what is Forest Spirit? Oh, I thought there was an actual, like, I love trees thing. Well, these guys hate being set on fire, as you might expect. You know, maybe that bonus on forests was a trait of a lord or something, and not actually part of the unit. We have chariots again. I kind of forgot that we had chariots in our armies. I don't have any idea how to use these. Okay, good. His firing arc contains the entire enemy army now. Go nuts, buddy. Make sure these guys are in skirmish mode. I think we want that. We got to remember, matching up our chariot archers against normal elven archers is a recipe for disaster. Chariot archers have to be about picking off the slower units. Just harassing and kiting them. So you guys are... Okay. Armored, armor-piercing, anti-large. These guys we have to keep sort of in reserve, I think. Let's not let them get bogged down in initial combat. Crappy skeletons, I guess. What we'll do is we'll pull the archers across the front line here. Crappy skeletons right behind. Do that run-through thing. Wait, we have 3 copies of the Kepra Guard? I didn't realize there was one in another army. The Halberd Tomb Guard. I suppose, actually, these guys being anti-large, we should have them on the wings to help deal with cavalry charges. Check out these ethereal skeletons. That's pretty boss. I dig that. I don't know what to do with you. Just be over, I guess, be over here in front of the pikes. Chariots out to the sides so they can charge better? I don't know, man. Alright, these dudes are constructs, right? Yeah, so we'll keep the dude over there. Our battle, we gotta roll this arcane conduit on cooldown because I screwed up our power supply. Here come the reinforcements, but as always, it is not to our benefit to charge. We have the casket, so we let the casket do the thing. They gotta come to us. Casket is firing at the wrong enemies. Be in guard mode. Do not move. Okay. I don't even know what to do with a lot of you. Just get forward a little bit. Put the catapults into a firing position. The scorpions... I don't want the scorpions to get shot up, so I want them behind stuff a little bit. Get our great bows. Kind of like here. And everything else is just... I don't even know. I don't even have a plan for all these units. These Ushabti should be over here where the archers are going to be. The Ushabti are the archer defenders. We'll figure out what else is going on when stuff is formed up a little bit more. Okay, some decent carnage is being wrought here. That thing seems important. We should try to kill those. He missed. Well, that's embarrassing. What is up with the great bows? Are they almost in range? Yeah, we're getting close. So the great bows should, in theory, be very good against Sauruses. And remember, we can't see the whole enemy army. There we go. Getting some vision now. Oh, their archers are range ours. Okay. The casket needs to change up its targeting a little bit. We probably should work the archers as best we can here. But yeah, they're going to be a problem. I mean, it's not that our archers don't have anything to shoot at, but I think we should probably focus on their archers first. But it's probably not time to charge yet, right? Where's the catapult? Okay, the catapults are close. They're kind of in position. They're almost ready to start firing. Let's see here. Over here we have a Necrotech that probably should be over where all the Ushabti are. We have King Lamizash himself, who is probably useful. So I guess for right now my plan is just to like sort of envelop them. You guys are 50 speed. Okay. Not at all able to chase cavalry. Yeah, I think we're just gonna wait for them to approach before making any more decisions. Oh, wow. Well, these guys have 15 armor. I was gonna say, I'm shocked at how quickly we're doing damage here. But those archers are very lightly armored. Okay. They're going to lead with the tree men. That works fine with fine for me. So these guys have a couple of shots, right? Yeah, okay. We have 3 ammunition. Let's start threatening their backline archers. Some of their force will probably break off to the side when the chariots approach, and we will figure out what to do then. Missile chariots. Over here. Man, what do I want the missile chariots to do? I kind of think that maybe the best thing to do with these guys is just nothing. Like, wait until we're a little bit more engaged, and then have them wheel around and fire on the back, like the flanks of enemies. Because if they run out here, and try to like shoot at archers, they're just going to get slaughtered if the archers turn on them due to the much higher model count. And they are not going to do meaningful damage to most of the other units due to the very high armor of a lot of this army. And they'll get flattened by wild riders, I imagine. So I guess just stay put. I probably don't want to move the scorpions up into firing range, but I want them to be ready. Because these scorpions can do the thing that scorpions are for, that's for sure. I don't know what the firing range on these stalkers is, and you know what? I honestly don't think we've seen the stalkers in battle at all. I haven't really watched them. Okay, good stuff. I thought the casket had orders to fire on the archers. He might have, like, lost sight of them very briefly. Okay, that's good damage. Those volleys are doing some okay damage. Okay. Here it is. Here's the time for engagement. The Wild Riders stepped right into these anti-large units. Which I'll take. That's fine. Not how I imagine things going. I'm real good with it. Yeah, you guys get in there. You guys have your orders. And they have, in fact, not reacted to the approach of the chariots at all. Which is fine by me. Is this guy... He's a Glade Lord. So he's actually a really good melee fighter, but he's also a good ranged fighter. He is not on a horse or anything, and so the chariots can just toss him on the ground and knock him out. Alright, if they're going to bring their anti-large right over to us, or if they're going to bring their large right over to our anti-large, we'll get in on that. And these guys are close enough that I think we can probably just march up the Ushabti. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll move the Ushabti up in front of the archers, because I'm not sure how committed these guys are. I was not paying attention to what they were doing just a couple moments ago. And we got to start working on the dinosaurs next. Alright, this is the time for the scorpions to join the battle properly. Catapults are in. I guess that's what these guys are doing, is they're just shooting at dinosaurs. Stay skirmish mode, don't let them get near you, and yeah, shoot dinosaurs. Can we take a moment, though, like, to recognize how extremely cool this battle is? Check out the skeletons with the halberds and the bows fighting the giant tree man monster, and here's some dinosaur guys with big cudgels and shields, and this is happening right now? I'm very focused on the mechanics of the situation, but this is awesome. Take a moment to appreciate the awesomeness of it. Alright, these archers need different orders because they're starting to break forward a little bit too much. So I'm going to have the archers fall back as everything else comes up. Yeah, the Tomb King can just get right in there. And I think that's all of the really important stuff that needs doing right now. A lot of these units are just going to kind of stay and keep their powder dry. Oh, the chameleon skinks. I forgot all about him. Yo, here's a thing. Here's a thing that the chariots can do. It takes them a long time to load up a second volley. But the skinks are easy to beat. Oh, you should be in there, dude, doing stuff. I'm also not casting. Drop a vortex directly into the sauruses, because screw sauruses. Oh lord, get out of there. The dinosaurs are showing up to defend those archers. We gotta pull our chariots out. Okay, well, it's good to know that we can distract some of the dinosaurs that easily. Thought you were in guard mode. Okay, the scorpions are doing stuff. These archers, honestly, can we start focusing on the dinosaur now? Wrap around to these guys. It looks like this flank is actually completely collapsing. So I think this is time for these Ushabti to join the battle. Some of them will move up to push the enemy, some of them will move up to reinforce that flank. These guys are dead, so everything over here can move. And this group of archers, 4. This group of archers needs to turn in and start helping out with these dinosaurs. So we'll probably be able to fire on those dinosaurs through everything pretty easily. Totally forgetting about all my extremely good spells. Yeah, check out these sepulchral stalkers. Nope, that one just died. All of a sudden, just a huge amount of ranged fire coming in from this guy. Poke him! Poke him good with your sticks, with your weapon sticks. The dinosaurs are losing morale much more rapidly than I had imagined they would. Chase these guys off the map. No one escapes. Actually, this unit of Ushabti should probably come back over here and help. These guys can come shoot at dinosaurs and stuff. We don't really have any way of threatening their lord, short of bringing our lord over there, so we might want to think about doing that. We should probably finish winning this fight, though. Which right now we're kind of collapsing over here. The problem is that the dinosaurs have drawn off a lot of my attention. Okay, so those guys were actually compelled to run out of the map. Just get over here. I'll figure out what to do with you later. The Ushabti are pretty okay where they are. They just need to reorient. Slightly better directionality. But you guys, actually, same deal. Okay, these spears need to get in on the dinosaurs and the tree men. This is the monsters ruling right now. We're losing a lot of troops to these monsters. We're swarming the Glade Lord, but we're probably swarming him with the wrong units. So you guys should keep chasing those. It would be best if the ethereal skeletons were fighting him, because they at least won't take infinite damage from his attacks. Well, his range attack is magical, but his melee attack is not. Oh, you know what these chariots need to do, actually? Screw those guys. Chase off these chameleon skinks. The archers are putting a lot of damage into those dinosaurs, at least. Sauruses are tough, but they just don't really have a way of dealing damage to a scorpion. Scorpions are hard to deal with. Okay, I only see one dinosaur and one tree man now. Did the other one die? It doesn't look like it ran off. I don't see it anywhere. I think we're actually getting it over here. Ah, those projectiles are awesome. This battle is amazing. This is an extremely good video game. Hey, where are you going? I may not have led him enough. This takes a really long time. He has, did you see that moment of dawning realization? He was like, wait a second. Things are not going well for me. He's steady on his feet. You see that? They completely failed to knock him down. Oh, no, they got him that time. Let's watch this from far enough away that we can see his health bar. And it looks like everything else is broken, so I guess what we're doing now is everybody attack this guy. Every other enemy unit is leaving the field of battle as quickly as they can. It looks like he's actually going to lose to the Ushabti before they can disintegrate, so it might not be necessary for anyone else to come over here. What a good battle. Boy, they're having a tough time doing a lot of damage to him. Charge! Okay, we knocked him down. Okay, now get out of the way so good units can fight. Keep clogging things up. Now, if I were him, I would be suffering some morale penalties here. Dude is unshakable. Look at how full that white bar is. I want to select him and look at his stats. Is he actually... No, he doesn't even really have a high leadership value. He's just very difficult to shake. Well, I salute you, Nicolandor, the Blade of Scolaro. You will go down fighting. You're going to get murdered by a bunch of huge statue monsters. Probably a skeleton is going to, or probably a scorpion is going to impale you on his tail, but you went down fighting. That's something, I guess. All of the units are waiting for their turn. I can't even see him anymore in the writhing mass. Is it K? Yeah. He's in there somewhere. Is that him? I think that was him. Yeah, enemy lord is wounded. Boy, that guy is really something else. It turns out, no second battle necessary. We have things under control. King Lamazash saw a brutal 7 casualties. Yeah, the dinosaurs really didn't even do that much damage.
Victory in undeath. More slaves.
I suppose it's feasible that there could be something else worth crafting, and none of these other rewards are meaningful. So yeah, take the jars. Bottle up those elves, we'll recycle their parts. We use every part of the elf. It's the only humane thing to do.
The 5th book, the Liber Necris. The final ciphers are revealed. With 5 books in your possession, the Black Pyramid shall open. And your dominance assured. Yet, the lackey of Nagash is in our way. Undead legions muster in the shadow of the Black Pyramid.
Okay.
Battle is inevitable. Victory ensures your ever-living dynasty reigns supreme.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention that, but the Black Pyramid is floating. It looks like a techno... It's some weird magic sci-fi stuff. It's not super clear on the map. Okay, so for actual victory, we must win the Battle of the Black Pyramid. The 5 books are found. The Lich Priests begin the ultimate incantation, igniting the power within the stirring Black Pyramid. Nagash's ultimate legacy is ripe for domination. However, the Arch-Necromancer's greatest lackey, the Lich King, has deployed his legions and lieutenants to defend the Master's shrine. Archon himself remains mysteriously absent, for now. Probably because I spanked him so badly earlier and being embarrassed to show his face. So we'll win the game, and we'll also get 12,000 gold. You know, for all that important stuff you have to do after winning the game. It's true, the Day of Awakening comes. So these guys are bad. This is a bad army. This is... Necropolis Knights are cool. But, like, I'm assuming that the reinforcements will be impressive. Okay, so I did this, mission successful. We have acquired the 7th Book of Nagash. Alright. Feeling pretty good about it. Things are going alright, I suppose.
The Lich Priests have me wary.
We have some levels to spend, despite the fact that they are completely irrelevant. Does any of this stuff do anything? I guess this increases... No, it just increases his Winds of Magic Power Reserve. Yeah, whatever.
King of Nehekara.
I don't know, man. Come home. Alright, so obviously we want to do this with Settra. We're going to move him... next turn, we're going to move him into the Black Tower. Or into the Black... He just needs to be in a settlement for maximum speed of replenishment. We do have some Necropolis Knights. Is there any other meaningful research that we could get done quickly? I don't really want another low-level lord. We don't have the jars for any of this stuff. The answer is no. This is the only thing that we can do that will have any effect at all. Alright. So crafting some kind of garbage item out of whatever small amount of jars we have will be better than leaving slots open on the heroes in Settra's army. So we'll look into some of that. We're going to get 10 extra jars this turn for having captured that book. Plus, whatever it is that we've got in terms of passive jar income. I honestly have not been paying attention, so I have no idea what that is. I know we took a lot of jar income early in the game, and I do think that has paid off. I think that was probably a good play. We've had a lot of opportunity to get stuff with our jars.
Only slaves worry about heat.
Okay. Yeah, not bad. We're at 23 jars per turn from characters. So,
Settra does not serve.
why don't you go over here so that Settra can... You have to zoom in pretty far to tell that that's what's happening. It's a cool flying pyramid when it's activated. So he's actually going to be cool next turn. Yeah, alright. We want to fire something so that he can get these guys in, right? Because Shabdi Great Bows are cool. And these ones breaking people's missile parry apart are even cooler. Wow, I didn't realize that their melee stats are so good. Are there melee stats? 32, 48, 79. 32, 49, 72. Wow, okay. Great Vortex are actually as good at melee as regular ones are. They're just a strict upgrade. That's pretty cool. I dig that. So do I want to replace my Ushabti? I probably don't, right? I want to have a lot of them. 6 units of normal infantry, plus our heroes. The Storm Riders aren't amazing. They're not bad. And I want to have one of each of the great monsters, in addition to Settra being a great monster. Maybe we do just drop a unit of normal bows. I know I'm indecisive. I apologize, but this is gonna matter. Yeah, you know what? Let's drop the worst unit of normal bows. The Chosen of the Gods. Seems like it'd be a good idea to have the Chosen of the Gods on our side here. And you guys all just, I guess, come home. Like,
Legions march.
there's nothing for anybody to do other than be home.
Priest king of greatest dynasty. See, father, I got this as well.
You can hitch a ride with King Wakaf. Okay. I don't know that there's really much else that we can do. Much else that will be relevant. This is probably the last time we're gonna have to watch this. But I want everybody on their way back just in case I screw up this quest and we have to try it again. Which we probably will be able to. It doesn't look like losing it is going to make us immediately lose the game. Although honestly, if I have to retry the battle, it might be best just to reload, right? I don't know, we'll see. We're talking about eventualities that may not come to pass. Because what if I just do a good job? I know that's not really my my idiom, but it's not infeasible, I hope.
My pyramid. Know that you.
Yes, fine. We're friends with all the Tomb Kings.
I am Settra, blessed of pictures.
Who are you? They want 1,000 gold for peace. No. We are not friends with the beast catchers.
And you with Zayash.
You know what? Let's
My will.
let's give these guys a little bit of what they've been begging for the whole game too.
I cannot remember when. Very well.
Look, we're all friends. There's another Tomb King force, isn't there?
High Queen Khalida. As
Yeah,
long
her.
as this serves Lebaras, I will hear your plea. My
Check it out, we're all buddies. Everybody everywhere's buddies. We've done it. We've united the kingdoms. So where are we at here? 47 minutes into the episode, huh? You know what? I hate to do this to you, but think of how satisfying tomorrow's episode will be. We're going to end it here. Come back tomorrow for, what is it? The Great Battle of the Black Pyramid. The Battle of the Black Pyramid. It'll be great. It doesn't say great in the name, but it will be anyway. And we'll see you then.